All right, folks, this is your crisis report alert for November 12th, 2025. We're brought to you by Augusta Precious Metals. We'll have that later on. More info on that, as well as other things like links in the description and places where PrepperNow and Crisis Report are found. Here we go. Representative Thomas Massie is expected to secure the final signature for the Epstein discharge petition, which will force a vote on releasing the Epstein files. U.S. Secretary of Treasury Bessent says $2,000 tariff stimulus checks will likely be sent to Americans earning under $100,000 a year. A rare and powerful space weather event known as a cannibal CME is impacting Earth's magnetic field. Northern lights have erupted across multiple U.S. states like Minnesota, Oklahoma, Indiana, New Hampshire, and Montana. The Earth has been hit with this geomagnetic storm of 2025, strongest, classified as a G5 level event by NASA and the U.S. NOAA, or National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, marks the most extreme level of a geomagnetic storm scale. While the auroras have amazed millions, the storm also revealed the vulnerability of modern technology. Airlines temporarily rerouted polar flights to minimize radiation exposure. Several satellites have faced communications and navigation disruptions on Earth. Geomagnetically induced currents, or GICs, in power grids raised risks of transformer failures and blackouts. Ukraine Justice Minister has been suspended in a corruption case, according to the Prime Minister. U.S. Treasury Chief has signaled the incoming cost relief on coffee and fruit. Argentina's Milei is going to follow Trump in skipping South Africa's G20 event. India says that Delhi blast is a terrorist incident. White House has accused Democrats of a fake narrative over the Epstein emails. And in anticipation of a major protest, Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum has erected tall barricades around the presidential palace in Mexico City. Hundreds of thousands of Mexicans are expected to protest against her and her lack of action regarding the numerous hits of local politicians across Mexico by drug cartels, of whom many people, include the Trump administration, suspect she is protecting. Australia and Indonesia have signed a new security treaty. They have signed this landmark defense pact requiring mutual consultation on security threats, expanding the 1995 and 2006 Lombok frameworks to bolster Indo-Pacific stability. Iran is arming Palestinians in the West Bank and Hezbollah at an incredible rate, according to the Washington Free Beacon. Israel media claims that Syria's al-Sharaa has reduced oversight of smuggling routes into Lebanon, allowing Hezbollah to rearm. 4,000 rockets have been smuggled into Lebanon, including 250 drones. Hezbollah is recovering remarkably fast, Israeli media reports. Missiles, explosive drones, anti-tank rockets, rocket-propelled grenade launchers, all have been delivered to these groups, according to the Free Beacon, citing intelligence sources and regional experts. Trump has sent a letter to Israeli President Herzog, formally asking him to pardon Netanyahu. He claims the case against him is a political and unjustified prosecution. Pentagon plans to build its largest base in Israel, according to Bloomberg. U.S. military is working on a major project to establish a new permanent base in Negev Desert on the border with Gaza. According to the Bloomberg, the facility could accommodate up to 10,000 soldiers, comparable to the U.S. largest base in Qatar and Kuwait, include a runway for all types of aircraft, logistics center, accommodation for long-term personnel, and construction could take 2 to 3 years. Preparations are also underway to establish a military presence in Damascus, Syria. While video shows conductor asleep as a train barrels at 50 miles per hour, throwing riders and nearly smashing into cars in San Francisco, the jolt woke this driver up, who was seen rushing to get control and bring the train to a halt. She then gets up to address the terrified passengers, repeatedly telling them to relax. I'm sorry, she said, relax, relax, relax. We didn't crash, relax. Yeah. Russia's drone war has entered a new industrial phase. Moscow now produces over 6,000 Shahed-type drones a month and can launch 700 plus in a single night. Each costs a little as $20,000 to $70,000, while intercepting one with a Patriot missile costs over $3 million. And in an encrypted group chat, National Guard members are questioning the Trump deployments. Trump has called for the National Guard deployments across the U.S. Then this contingent of Ohio Guard members has been expressly concerned in a encrypted group chat. Administration started sending troops into several Democratic-led cities in the summer, like to crack down on violent crime and protect federal immigration facilities. Ohio Guard members now say they're alarmed at the turn the country is taking. They're even questioning their potential role in it. Quote, I really went into a dark place when they sent the troops to Los Angeles and then eventually Washington, D.C. and now Chicago. This is just not what any of us signed up for. It's so out of scope of normal operations, said one member of the Ohio National Guard and spoke to NPR on condition of anonymity. And days after the Delhi blast, the Delhi police have issued multiple statewide alerts for search of a red car, which believes to be on the loose. And the Indian government has officially declared the Delhi blast as a terrorist attack at a security cabinet meeting. Kristi Noem has announced that more than 150 illegal immigrant sex offenders have been arrested across Florida in a crackdown. There's a new bee species in Australia called Lucifer. It is discovered by Dr. Kit Prendergast. Prendergast is a huge fan of the Netflix character Lucifer. This thing has devil horns on the females, as it's known. And Kristi Noem says H-1Bs under the Trump administration have been sped up to process to add integrity to the visa program and green cards, and but also more people are becoming naturalized under this administration than ever before. More people are becoming citizens. U.S. Treasury Secretary Bessent says we will see a substantial tariff news over the next couple of days, and the U.S. House of Representatives will vote on a bill to officially end the 43-day government shutdown, 7 p.m. today, and we shall see where that goes. We're brought to you by Augusta Precious Metals. If you want to turn your 401k or IRA into gold and silver, links in the description. They do an informative session with you. From there, you can proceed, or you can just say, nope, not into it. Other than that, there's other places to find us. We hope you will join the growing PrepperNow and Crisis Report community online. God bless you all, and we will see you on the next one.